Hey guys, welcome to the Hmongipino Podcast, bringing you love, culture, and having fun to your life. I'm Danga,
I'm Impact.
and welcome to our channel.
Welcome, everyone. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We're trying to hit 1K on all platforms, but really, we're trying to do our best on YouTube, yeah, and beyond. So, yeah, help us out. Share, like, and subscribe. Help people spread the word. This episode brought to you by Boundless Goodz, a new used good on eBay. Check them out. They have a lot of cool stuff. Currently have a lot of sales on right now, so 20% to 50%. Buy yourself something, buy your loved one something, and enjoy.
Oh, dang. And if you guys are looking for some music, make sure to check out djdangadang on YouTube. Oh, I thought you were going to high-five me.
Oh, no. I'm trying to do that.
I just dropped an 80s funk and R&B mix.
Let's go, 80s.
But if you love the 90s, we got some 90s stuff. We got some 2000 stuff. We got some Jersey Club. We got some dancehall. We got everything that you want to listen to on there. So check it out. Subscribe, like, and subscribe.
Everything.
Our thing.
All right.
How you doing, bub?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm all right. It's been a long day.
Yep.
It's a little bit warmer in Long Beach.
In general, I feel like it's going to be a little bit warmer and hot this coming year. This coming week, not year.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But it's going chill. Mm-hmm. We're in that the middle section of after the holidays and before summer is, where we're all in our routines and being focused and ready and trying to get ready for the summer body. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
How you doing?
I injured my back again. Kind of again. I didn't let you know the last time, but I injured my back recently from just a minor overstretching. It's slightly in pain, but yeah, I'm okay. Been going home a lot. It's visiting my mom and dad, family, and just try my best to just put my energy at the right place at the right time right now, and just prepping for some travels coming up, and some dance events and dance workshop that my brother and I were doing. So
cool.
Yeah. So what are we talking today, Bubba?
Today we're honoring the incredible women who raised us, our moms. We're dedicating this episode to our moms. Whether you're celebrating with your mom this year, mm-hmm. for Mother's Day, remembering mm-hmm. her, or being celebrated yourself, this episode is all about love, gratitude, and the memories that shaped us.
Yes, sir.
Our mamas.
And before we move on, I just want to read a little fact about Mother's Day, because so Mother's Day in its modern form was established by Anna Jarvis in the early 20th century to honor her mother and other mothers. The first official Mother's Day was celebrated in 1908, and it became a national holiday in 1914. And so let's go straight into it. So speaking about that, like us growing up with our mom and dad, but with respect really our mom. Right now we're talking about mom. There are memories that does stay with us, in our childhood time that lasts forever. So I guess the first question for you, Bubba, is what's one of the earliest, most vivid memory that you have with your mom?
So for me, the earliest memory, I don't remember a lot from like being like a 2 or 3 year old. It's usually if I see a photo, I'm like, oh, I kind of remember that, or, but I think from my own memory, the thing that I remember the most is my mom playing music in our living room for us to dance. Like she had this big stereo system, pretty big, probably as tall as I was.
It's huge.
Yeah, and two big speakers. And she had a big rack, a spinning rack of all her CDs and stuff. And she'd always play music for us. It's usually like 90s hip hop and R&B. And she would play and we would dance and exercise in our living room. That's something that I remember vividly.
It's cool. Do you remember a song? Or maybe
Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll. Do the Tootsie Roll. That one there? Do you remember her doing it too?
Let me see the
Tootsie
Tootsie Roll.
Roll.
My mom was pretty cool. And can you imagine her trying to teach us how to do the Tootsie Roll in our living room?
That's cool.
Totally inappropriate, but she was pretty hip and cool.
Well, it's just a dance move.
Yeah, it's hip.
It's
hip hop.
It's like just kids doing
like the new dance right
whatever
now. Yeah,
dance. Well, I don't know what type of dance
it was probably trending right at the time, and she's like, "Oh, there's a new dance called the Tootsie Roll."
Yeah, you know how it is when we teach our kids, and they always know this new dance that they do, like the floss, and all
floss.
Those. Old. I'm just saying those are part old now. It's 2020 now, but. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember from my mom. What about you?
I would say as I think right now, I'm like probably one of the earliest one is I was probably like 2 or 3 or maybe 4. I forgot. I don't know. Around that age, I was sick. I got pretty sick. I think I had a fever or something, and I didn't have to go to school, so I was happy because of that. But I was really in pain, and I just remember mom, bringing comfort food for us when we're sick. It's called kori, which is like kanji, right? In the Asian world, it's like just pretty much rice, boiled rice soup. And I just remember I don't usually like the plain version, so I would make my mom make it really tasty. She put black pepper, a little salt. Sometimes she put some ground meat in there to kind of have some protein. Aww. So I just remember that comfort that my mom would give me when I was, not feeling well. But like I said, there's something interesting when a mom come and just comfort you with food, or just their embrace that kind of change how you feel in that instant moment where you kind of already forgot that you're sick. And so I remember that moment with my mom. Yeah, and we're in my, the bed. I was in my bed. It was like a fluffy blanket that I had on. And yeah, I just remember my mom just comforting me like that. So with her own comfort, because there's nothing like a mom's comfort or embrace or food that they kind of give you in that moment where it just kind of make everything, all the bad go away for a second. Yeah. So that's my one of the earliest I could remember, because I remember I was pretty ill during that time. Or just, probably had a fever or cold or something happening. And she just made me feel good. So, yeah, but
I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I got when I got sick?
What?
McDonald's. I got a Big Mac. Because I think,
well, who knows?
And then we get a Happy Meal and it comes with a toy.
Maybe, yeah. Well, see, there you go. Sometimes it's also that placebo effect of joy that kind of help you feel good, right?
Yeah.
And maybe McDonald's back then was better than right now. Who knows?
Maybe. Right? I think when I was a kid, it looked bigger, right?
Yeah,
it felt, because you're smaller.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with any type of food as long as you get some source of comfort along with it. I feel like it's really that genuine love and comfort and concern that makes you feel, just happy and better. Just make your spirit feel better again and better.
Yeah.
But speaking about food, since we're talking food, what's a dish that your mom cook for you, even now, that could kind of like bring you back to your childhood? Like,
I do. When I was a kid, my mom used to pack my lunch every day for school, for elementary school. Yep. And she would always make tuna sandwiches. Tuna sandwich. And a cookie, like a Chips Ahoy cookie or an Oreo cookie, and a Capri Sun. And that was like what I remember, like vividly. That's what I remember, eating a tuna sandwich. But then I'm thinking, like, man, I must have went to school with like stinky breath, because I had like eggs and onions in there. But it was delicious. The
sticky stuff are usually the good stuff.
I know, it's good. So. But that's something that she made all the time that I remember. Okay. Oh, and also cool. Vienna sausage always takes me back. Vienna sausage always takes me back to my childhood. Vienna sausage and rice, and like she mashes up the Vienna sausage in the rice.
Aww.
It's so delicious. I don't know why it's so yummy.
Simple to the point. You don't usually cook your Vienna sausage like stir fry it or something?
Sometimes I think later we would stir fry it, but usually it was like
Or
straight
just
out
straight
of
out
the
the can.
can, and then to the right, the hot
With
warm
the
rice.
juice and everything too?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
The sausage juice.
I just remember
Fat.
I got introduced to Venus sausage by my Filipino friends, and ever since then, it was like a cheap thing that we could purchase when you were in college and when you had no money and you just had to, survive. So I know.
I don't know, but it was delicious to me.
Okay. Well,
How about you? What reminds you?
for me, it will always have to be my mom's like boiled chicken, pretty much. Kaiho, like the regular chicken with soup, like sometimes just regular soup, black pepper, salt, or sometimes she put tofu in there. But really, it's just a simple thing where she would like sometimes have, and we just eat. Everyone have. I usually get a drumstick. That was a young one, so they was here,
Is that
you
the
take
best
drumstick.
part? The best
Well, I mean,
part
I
of
think
the chicken?
I don't think. I mean, growing up, I don't think so. I think the breast or something like that would be better now. But I feel like that was just a young a piece of the chicken that the dad or the mom would give them, and it's like there's meat and something you can hold on to.
Yeah.
But I think that's something I would say because it usually always bring me back to like Hmong New Year. Back in the day when we were young, my mom would pack that for us to eat for breakfast, right? Because we usually go to Hmong New Year like at 6, 7 in the morning to just dress up, but we're just all there hanging out and we're eat at the same time. So yeah, and my mom told me that recently, and she was like, "Oh, it's only because we don't have that much money, so we couldn't buy you food at the Hmong New Year." But I was like, "Mom, it's okay. I'd rather think that food was even better than the Hmong New Year food."
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cute. I always bring it back to that time. But something recently that she gave me recently, she packed to me to take home when I went home recently was zhao gao, which is pickle greens, pretty much, right? Sometimes you do with the mustard green, pickled mustard green, and it's super good. You just put that with pepper and just eat it. Oh man, my mouth's just watering right now thinking about it.
It's yummy.
Yeah, that's definitely one because that just bring back to old days of living with them, chilling at home, and yeah, that's one. That's all.
I love your mom's boiled chicken.
I know.
It doesn't like no matter who cooks it. Like if you cook it or I try to cook it,
You cook it really well too.
it doesn't taste the same like your mom's.
No, I hear
boiled
you. I can
chicken.
never cook it like my mom. Like I try my best, but I feel like I got close to getting there to get to that taste and that thing. But this is something that when your mom cooks for you, it's just so comforting and there's a magic touch to it. So I don't know how to explain it, but
It's the love.
the
That's
love.
the missing ingredient.
I put love in mine, but it's just not that type of love, I
Yeah.
guess. But yeah, you're right.
All right.
I hear you. Yeah.
All right. So moms have a way of shaping us with their words and actions.
Mhm.
What's
That's right.
something your mom used to say all the time that still sticks with you?
I guess one thing that mom tell me all the time, and me tell now is just to work hard and save your money. Work hard and save your money, son. So you won't struggle and have any hardship, and all this and that. And I totally understand because I feel like my mom growing up, well, not grown, but coming to the United States with 12 kids, right? 12 kids, and I was one of the youngest. 12 kids with one of the youngest, not speaking the language that when they migrated, they don't not speak English. They don't even have the proper education to understand the world they can move to. It was tough. So I'm pretty sure they struggle with like some financial situation to even just finding the type of work they can to kind of support their family and so on. So I know my mom always remind me every now and still just to work hard and save your money and keep working hard, pretty much. And that stick with me still. I feel like that's been ingrained in me in some way, just to kind of work hard, be consistent,
Yeah.
do your best to save money, but also understand and learn too, grow your money. So
Yeah.
how about you?
For me, something that my mom used to say all the time was, "Don't get pregnant. Don't get pregnant."
That's true.
My mom had me at a very young age, so she wanted me to not have to struggle like she did. So she wanted me to focus on finishing school, getting a good job, and make sure I live my life the best I can before starting to raise a family, right? Or being ready. When you're ready, start to have a family. So, but now it's always like, when are you gonna have a baby?
I know.
Right?
I mean,
That's like,
nowadays it's different. Like, yeah, when are you gonna have a baby?
yeah, she's ready now.
I guess it's understandable because during that time, she was young too. So
Yeah,
it's almost like it's just a lesson that she's also, I guess, learning and what she's gone through for herself, right?
yeah,
So it's kind of like how my mom is probably. They're just concerned about what they had kind of went through, and they just don't want you to go through the same thing.
yeah. But then
Yeah.
I think about, I don't know how young your mom was when she first had
The first,
her first one. She was probably young too.
she was young, probably
Yeah.
at least in her late, like early 20s, late 19s at least.
Oh, maybe. Oh, never mind.
That's considered young in the Hmong
Yeah,
culture.
like I'm wondering if
moment.
that's. I mean, I just noticed a difference now of the generation now waiting to start a family
Yeah,
later in
true.
life, and
I feel like we're in that generation where we kind of went out to chase our dream. Taught
Yeah.
to kind of go accomplish what you got to do compared
Yeah.
to having family.
Yeah, I
and
didn't know if
prosper
it
and
was
something.
like a Filipino thing where they always tell you to, focus on finishing college first, and then like they wouldn't even say like have a baby. That wasn't the thing, the first thing that your family or your parents wanted you to do first.
Yeah,
It was always get a good job or make money or
that's right.
find that life. But
Something my mom always tell me too was now I guess is to act my age.
yeah,
I don't know why. Maybe because I am usually the one that kind of just pull pranks or do stuff or say stupid, goofy stuff to her. And I don't know. I don't know why she always say act my age. Especially now when I got married, she's like, act like, you're a married man now, so you're a married man. I get it. I understand that part. Play your role, so on. But I get it. It's something she tells me that all the time. I was like, oh, I get it, mom. It's okay to still be a kid once in a while.
yeah.
I don't think there's something wrong with that, but I get it. What she's coming from. I think culturally, I get it.
I wonder if that's the luxury of being the youngest in the
One of the
family.
youngest.
Yeah,
one of the youngest. I think maybe, but I still think it's just a person.
Yeah.
It's just part of just me. I wonder if she does it with any of my other sibling.
Yeah.
Tell them to act their age.
Like I wonder if she
I
asked
wonder-
that to Jenny.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think so. I think
no,
it's more me.
Jenny acts her age.
I don't think she will
It's
like.
just you.
Yeah, now I'm just thinking about like,
Or
is that
Steven, too.
specifically to me?
Does Steven act? Do you think Steven acts his age?
I don't know.
Siblings, chime in and let us know.
Let me know. Do I act my age? I guess that's my mom always telling me that. So even now, like I say, right now as a man now, I guess she still kind of like tell me that. So, but I guess it's just who I am, right? It might be just for me.
You know what I think? This is like something I've been thinking about. I just think you have a lot of joy. Sometimes I always, my hope for you is that you never lose that joy. And sometimes as a grown up,
You kinda lose it
things
sometimes.
happen, like challenges happen, and people start to lose that joy. And I think the joy is what keeps you young, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's something I notice in you all the time is that you have that joy still. And I
Yeah.
never want you to lose that because I know it's sad and it's hard to get back sometimes,
It's tough.
right?
You know,
So
like you could lose that through a loss of a loved one or traumatic issues or
Yeah.
transition life of difficult times. So I know. I mean, I guess you're right about that, but it's a certain type of joy, I guess, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, was thinking about
Mhm.
your mom. Was your mom more the strict one or the fun one?
My mama was sometime disciplinary. I feel like growing up, she was more like lecturing and disciplining us, like physical and like verbal, like telling us to not do stuff. You know what I mean? I used to get hit with fly swapper. You know what I mean?
Oh,
The middle
no.
part. Stop. Like, I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's just something I feel like
Yeah.
back then was different for parenting, and like actually my mom actually apologized for a lot of stuff that she did to us, because she's grown now to the point where she's open-minded and she understands life a lot more. So she was like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that to you guys back then, but she only did what was taught to her through her parents and her uncles and so on. So she was explaining that to us, and we're like, Mom, it's totally understandable. Honestly, I'm glad you did that, because it's kind of like it taught us a different perspective as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now you see kids nowadays where they get babied so much, they're just totally soft, different type of people, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like I was telling Mom, it's cool, you made us tough. You know what I mean? You also made us understand what's wrong and what's right as well.
Right.
But yeah, so I guess my mom's part was a more strict one compared to being super fun. But my dad's also pretty strict too. But my mom was fun too. See, right now, growing up now as an adult, my mom's definitely part more of a fun person now. She's open-minded. She's a diva. You know what I mean? She's more outgoing, wants to do the fancy stuff and be involved.
Yeah.
And I always want to be part of whatever's happening in the family events during that time. So I'm happy she does it. My dad do too. But I know my dad have a little bit more health issues, so he tend to kind of like don't want to be involved much or ignores certain stuff, you know. Yeah, I always say my dad's a party pooper sometimes, but it's understandable. I know he's not comfortable, so I get it. But but you know, it's one of those things, right? So it is. I feel like she has evolved to be more fun. How about you?
My mom is definitely the fun one.
Yes, sir.
She was always the cool one. She's always hip. She always had the latest music and the latest dance moves, and
Dance move.
she was very outgoing. She was always going to all of my events and stuff. So
That's good.
yeah,
She still does.
yeah.
Right now,
I feel like she's
Mama,
just
please still show up.
She just more. She's fun. She's fun.
That's good. I mean, she is fun. She is more on the easygoing type of side of personality. So
Yeah.
your mom's easy to kind of talk to. So I appreciate that. Something.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
love her so much.
Okay, what's a funny or unexpected thing about your mom most people wouldn't know?
Oh, something unexpected about my mom. Most people wouldn't know. We used to go clubbing together.
That is right.
Well, let me
I
explain.
got a chance to
Let me
club and party with your mom. That's true.
So before, I think it was in my college days, our dance teams used to perform in the clubs.
That's the
right,
time.
and my mom would come to support.
That's cool.
And to like make sure I'm okay. But then she would be clubbing, and my mom loved to dance too. She loved dance and she loved music, so she would be partying there too.
Aww.
While also still supporting me.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know she showed up to your club performance.
yeah.
That's
she
cool.
would tell me, go stand up on the table or on the bar or whatever.
Why, to dance?
Yeah,
On top of the bar?
Yeah. She
Take body
she
shots.
was
right now.
probably no, not body
No.
shots. She was probably living vicariously through me.
you?
Yeah.
Aw.
But also like we went clubbing with her on
Yep.
her 40th birthday.
Yep. I mean,
So
I
my mom is
definitely
pretty
got a
young.
chance
My
to
mom
party
was
with
really
your mom
young.
like that.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
I think it's fine as long you know you're with right people. And
Yeah.
I don't know nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm just happy I got a chance to experience your mom like that.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just so fun. She loves
And she's
to
still the same
dance.
person.
Yeah.
She's still the same person. She's just you know, with age and experience, you tend to want to do the thing that works for you in that moment now compared to back then. But it's just interesting because you're like I said, you might think it's like wild or reckless, but or wild or more like interesting. I think is actually a blessing because you get to live a certain experience with your mom that I don't think I will ever get. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
That experience there is more to me is more unique and special sometimes too, because you know she's young and you're young. It's kind of like you're both meeting each other at certain I guess certain part in your life where it just match.
Yeah.
And you're both
Yeah.
equivalent in terms of lifestyle and I guess entertainment, right?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, because for me, I don't think I would ever catch my mom we won't never be able to meet in terms of someone there in terms of like entertainment, but we'll meet in terms of mindset. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
But I just love that. You know, my mom is fun. She had really great friends, or like my cousin Meredith would come clubbing with her. So it was,
That's right.
and we all love music and we all love dance, and I'm happy that I get to share that with my mom, no matter what the setting is. So
That's right.
I think that's something, you know,
That's good.
unexpected that people wouldn't know.
You right about that.
Yeah.
I'm happy I got a chance to club with your mom. Take some shots and just have fun. You know, being young, wild, and free. I've been thinking, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be the term, right? Young, wild, and free. Because as you get older, young, wild, free is harder to maintain and, if anything, hold on to for a certain lifestyle, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, at least for me, I'll say at least for me, my mom. People don't know, but my mom is pretty a diva person. You know, she has her diva lifestyle where she would love the glam compared to, just the chill, humble lifestyle. Nothing wrong with that. My mom, you know, I'm just happy she grown into her shell and more comfortable expressing herself more.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm happy I was able to at least provide her with some glamorous lifestyle moments in her life to see it, because I feel like that's something she enjoyed and she loved that, you know. And she even have her own YouTube channel. So
Yeah, make sure to check it out. Subscribe.
Check it
It's
out.
on
We'll put it-
KNC.
KNC Lor family.
family.
We definitely will put that in the information for you to check them out. You know, learn about them a little bit more too.
I
Yeah.
love it because I saw one episode that they did, and she's like full on recording herself
That's right.
cooking. It's so cute.
She's like more tech savvy now, more than my dad. Still, they still have like you know, don't understand much about the tech information of the phone, but they know enough to record themselves. So, which is
love
good.
it.
I'm happy it's keeping them busy and like entertained and having some sorts of purpose and enjoyment in life.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it because I get to practice, you know, like listening to her and practicing Hmong too. And then she'll say, Pung you, right?
Yeah.
Friend.
Like friends, followers.
Yeah, she's probably talking about her friends on YouTube. It's so cute. You guys should check it out. Bless you.
Excuse me. Yeah, I was trying my best to hold that in, but I couldn't. I couldn't do it. But okay, so beyond the laughs, our mom left us with lessons that live on with us still today. So what are some lessons your mom taught you that you still, maybe you didn't appreciate it until now or as you got older? What are some lessons?
I don't remember any specific lessons. I think the thing that stands out to me that my mom did teach me was good music. I think all of the music that she listened to growing up sticks with me today, and it's
Which is
like,
great music.
yeah, I love it. Like 80s
90s,
funk,
R&B.
R&B, 90s hip hop, and
Those are
yeah,
classic,
like
great music.
those like I didn't think it would stick, but that's what I recognize as good music now, and it's because my mom shared all those music
That's good. I mean,
genres with me.
I feel like that's something that it's a trait in your life for sure that I could see that, because you're a DJ and you play some great music too, so it makes sense. That had to come from, I guess,
My mama.
an experience or, you know, so that's cool. Or lessons and so on. So
It kind of
good.
reminds me of like food. You know how like food ties certain memories to it and feelings. It's probably like music
Music,
too.
yeah.
Like the music she played ties my feelings and memories
That's
to
true.
it. So that's why I love it so much.
that's true. Isn't that like how the Disney movie, the Buco Loco, what's the Disney movie where
Coco?
Coco, yeah, Coco. Coco.
Loco.
Well, I mean, is there a song like that that's in there? Yeah, Coco, yeah, where he played music. He started playing music, and his grandma
the Remember
came back
Me
and remember
song?
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
such a good song. Yeah.
How about you? What's a lesson your mom taught you that you didn't appreciate until you were older?
I think I'll share this one. It's a pretty recent one. It's more of not just a lesson, but more of a practice, right? Is the just giving food to your guests when they travel, you know, because I did that recently. I learned that from my mom, you know, 'cause my brother-in-law Ta and my sister Hoa, they came visit us recently, and we had a great time. First time I got chance to host them and to get to know them too in a different way. You know what I mean? Because we're older now, so to have some intimate time, talking, laughing, it's really special. You know, and so when they left, I had you help me, which is amazing. You helped boil some Hmong chicken and cooked a certain way. We packed it for them, and they were so happy. You know, they were so happy that we're able to do something like that for them, because I'm pretty sure maybe they didn't expect it and know that we learned that as well from our mom. And so, because I just remember my mom usually always asked me to go take her to go buy chicken so she could prep it for my uncle, you know, her brother, when they travel to like Thailand and so on, or somewhere, or even relative travel from different states, you know what I mean, when they sleep at our family place. She always prepped them food. So I kind of learned that from her, and I didn't really know the impact of it until recently when I did it. I mean, I've done it for my brother, but to do it for like more like a older sibling that I don't get a chance to really engage in an intimate way, it was really special. Like, they were really proud very much too. You know, they were proud and they were able to share with my mom. So I love the fact that I was able to carry on some source of practice or tradition or lessons, values, you know.
I love it.
So that was one.
You bought on for that.
Baon, yeah. Baon, but it's even more than baon, you know, like leftovers. Like, you really cook fresh food for them. Like, we didn't even eat that. It was like fresh packed food for them to take on the road and the journey. So the journey will be less hard on them, if you think, right?
Yeah.
So that's one.
I love that lesson.
Yeah. So speaking about moments and lessons, I guess, is there a moment where your mom made you feel like you're seen or loved? I'm pretty sure they make you feel loved all the time.
My mom makes me feel seen and loved all the time. All the time. For all of my years growing up. I think anytime I had a performance, my mom was like, when I was in drill team in elementary school, my mom was there for every performance. She was wearing her outfits, our warm-up outfits, like fully undressed like us, and cheering all of us on. And even now, she's at all my DJ events, the one recording and dancing.
That's right.
And she just always makes me feel seen and loved and supported. I don't think there's just one. It's just all the time. That's
good. It's not a wrong right answer. It was just a question, right?
How about you?
I mean, I'm happy. I'm gonna have 12 kids, so the amount of love she had to kind of spread out to all 12. I mean, she spread out really well. I mean, everyone was loved. I believe, you know. But I love it when my mom cooks for me. Like, sometimes when I go home, like, I'm not hungry, but my mom still cook and I still eat it, because it's just a way of a mom expressing their love sometimes, you know. And it's like one way for her to comfort me. So I'm like, oh, heck yeah, I'll eat it. So I definitely just, when she cooks, it's one way that she express her love, you know, and showcase, you know, that I'm there. So she want to help me to get fed or something. But that's one way. But I'm just reflecting on, wow, she had 12 kids. How did she kind of manage to spread her love in different ways? Right? Yeah. Because every kid is different. So I'm pretty sure she learned how to kind of showcase her love differently for each kids,
and make each kid feel seen, right?
Seen,
and loved.
And that's something that my older sibling would always talk about. Like, growing up, there's so much of us. Like, there was never a moment where we were like mad, you know, because or mad or hungry. You know what I mean? And like my older sister, she always say, you know, we can't get mad at mom and dad, 'cause at the end of the day, when we were young, none of us was starving. You know, there was always food. We grew up. We were still always doing what we did, you know? So that's something I was sharing. But, yep. So, how do you see your mom in your life today, bub? I mean, okay. No, sorry, I read that wrong. So how do you see your mom and yourself today? That's the question. And like, or are you totally the opposite from your mom?
I feel I'm like the spitting image of my mom. As I grew older, I feel like face-wise, I look like my dad. But like growing up, everyone's like, "Oh my God, you look so much like your mom. You guys are like sisters. I get that all the time. And then I'm like, really? I do look like my mom. But then now that I'm older and then I look in the mirror, I'm like, dang, I remind myself of my mom. Like silhouette wise, not height wise, because my mom is a giant, but silhouette wise, curves wise.
That's interesting, huh? Like, yeah. You're not that tall compared.
My dad is a short one. But gotcha. Like, you know, the thick legs is like, that's my mama. I got it from my mama.
Yeah.
Opposite wise, my mom is a worrywart. She she doesn't like to worry, but she worries a lot. And I think that's where I'm the opposite. My perspective is more positive and hopeful.
She's the big
in
mama,
a way, but
I
know she just gets worried sometimes.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Think that's where we're the opposite. But I wouldn't know. Maybe if I have a child in the future, I'm gonna be like worried all the time too. True. I feel like I'm just not there yet. But I'm
true. I think I'll be warrior here and there too. But I also know the boundary to kind of not try to get too stressed out and hurt yourself somehow mentally and physically, spiritually. So I hear you.
I always think it's funny when you know, you reflect on your parents, right? And then when you're growing up, you're gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna be that way until you have a kid, and then you start doing the things that your parents do, right?
That's what my mom and dad said. Like, you don't know how it is, so you have your own kid. Yeah. So you can't say anything like that. I was like, okay, I guess you're right. You know, my dad still always tell me that, like, you don't know how it is, son. Just wait till you have one your own, and you blah blah. You'll see why I did what I did.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, I get it.
That's always the case,
and it makes sense. I'm pretty sure. You know, because as I got older, I started realizing more. I started getting into these lessons or experience that my mom and dad to talk about. You know, so it's interesting. You know, like the packing the food for your relative or your significant others, or you know, stuff like that.
Yeah. How do you see your mom and yourself today?
I think I'm a pretty generous person. I do give my time to all the people that deserve my time, and maybe even sometimes people who don't deserve my time still kind of offer my time, you know, like, or generous, and I'll give, you know, I do my best to just give what I can to people, you know, that I care about. So I think that's something I got from my mom. She's a generous person. She loved everyone freely too, and helpful in many ways. I know she has her flaws too, but I know her one of her greatness is definitely her generosity and her love, and so that's something I definitely carry on.
Okay, so what about the opposite?
For me, I don't think I'm like a diva like my mama. I just try not to. I don't try. I just don't really like the intention sometimes. You know, even during my time with ABDC, with the Kinges and all the success that I've gone through dance, it's cool, but it's like I kind of like just be a regular person and chill. And like, it's that quote. I'm not sure who said it, but like I think it was Jim Carrey or somebody who said, like, you know, I wish people could just get fame so they know how it feels compared to thinking that they want it, you know, or something like that. I'm like, it's kind of killed the quote, but I'm just saying it's true though. Like, everybody want to be famous, but when you get it, it's like it's not what you expected. You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm a humble dude, so I like to just take care of what I gotta take care of, enjoy life the way I want, and so on. You know, so that's me.
But you also get your handsome good looks from your mama too. Oh
yeah, I guess I do look like my mama. I have more of the Lee side, I feel like, physical look, but I do look like more like my mom. My brother is the whole opposite. He looks like my dad. So yeah, that's true. We joked around. We were like, if Steven looked just like my dad right now, we are old. We're like, we're getting old. Yeah, but okay, that's that.
All right.
So, if you could say one thing to your mom right now, what would you do, Bubba? What would you say?
I would say, thank you, Mom. Thanks for giving birth to me.
That's right.
Thank you for all your love and support throughout all the years from day one till now. I feel like I've always felt supported and loved, and I appreciate you for not, letting me do what I want, pursue the dreams that I want. I know you did want me to be a nurse, but you were okay that I didn't, and you were still supportive of me doing dance in college, right?
That's
So
true.
I really appreciate all that you do and still do for me, and I hope that if I ever become a mom one day, I'll be just like you.
Mm-hmm. 我做呢，我用写个古鸟，古路个我做头个毛个用么错古，头个切拉个用么毛做古，用写呢，我做古用写古有个嘟嘟用呢，领得少，用写呢喏，
Good luck.
古路个。I had to speak Hmong so my mom could watch it at least.
Yeah.
So that's all. Okay. Speaking about saying something, Mom, we'll move on to
Our next section,
Yep.
which I'm really excited to talk about.
Mhm.
Our moms raised us, but our mother-in-laws welcomed us.
That's right.
So let's take a moment to celebrate them too.
Yeah.
What's something about my mom that surprised you in a good way?
Your mama cook. I think that's something that I appreciate because she's almost like my mom. It's like it's a lot of love in the food that she cooks, and it's special. Like she just learned how to cook pho recently, and it's so good. And it's like one of my new favorite pho. So I appreciate now for her. She's expanding and learning and willing to try different cuisine, and so I'm really just happy for that. It's something not surprising, but just more like good for me too, right? As a son-in-law now, like she could feed me the way my mom feed me.
I know
So I
she's
appreciate
gonna
that.
be so happy to hear
Yeah.
that.
No,
her
yeah.
pho is
Yeah,
pretty
pho is
good.
bomb. Yeah. So that's definitely one thing that I say I want to share about my mother-in-law, my mama P.
My mom is a great cook. I learned how to cook chicken adobo from her and her oxtail, and those are my favorite things to cook for people. And I learned it from my mama.
That's right. I learned a lot of stuff I cook from my mama too. So,
Yeah.
how about you? What's something that surprised you? in a good way?
About
my mom,
my
right?
niya.
Yeah.
Niya.
Mhm.
I was just surprised on how she made me feel welcomed and loved into the Lor family. I know it was probably different because I'm Filipino and different,
Yeah.
right? And but she always makes me feel welcomed when I go there, even though there's a language barrier. She still cooks me food and makes sure I'm okay, and I just really appreciate that. And
I'm happy. You see that too. 'Cause my mom tries really hard.
yeah,
Like especially the language barrier. She always tell me she wish she could speak to you, and it's just so hard for her. What I mean? But like I appreciate you see that because she does put a lot of effort. She tried her best.
yeah,
In many
and-
ways, right?
yeah,
Different ways.
yeah.
To show.
And then I see it
Yeah.
like in the food she cooks,
Mhm.
right? And when she dresses me for
Yeah,
Hmong New Year,
that's right.
and she just makes me feel loved, like I'm a daughter,
Yeah.
daughter-in-law. So
That's good. I'm happy.
good luck, all. Nia.
Yes. Yes.
How about how has your relationship with my mom grown or changed over the years?
I feel like your mom. She always been herself with me. If anything, right now it's just growing and jumping a different level of relationship. Right, like now I'm her son-in-law, her only son-in-law. That's what she always tells me. I love you. You're my favorite only son-in-law. And I love it when she said that. 'Cause, sometimes I trip out with it. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm your only favorite son-in-law. So it's special, and like for me, I try my best to be that son-in-law for them too. You know what I mean? The best I can. So it's that relationship. Because I know my dad, when I got married to you, my dad gave me a talk and told me that now you're a son-in-law now. You also have to be a son-in-law. And I thought about, you're right. You're right. Because I got a good example of son-in-law through my brother-in-law, Ty. He's a great son-in-law to my mom and dad. So I'm fortunate to have examples in my life already. So I'm really happy for that. And I'm doing the best I can, utilizing him as a blueprint, but also you doing the way I am, right? So I think my relationship is changed more into more of a personal too, to kind of trying to help them in different ways that I can now as a son-in-law, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's special.
They
It's
love
different.
you.
Yeah.
My mom loves you.
Yeah, I love you, mama. How about you? What's something that changed over the years, I guess?
I think since we first started going out,
Mm-hmm.
it was always hard because the language barrier was there.
Yeah.
Right? It was always you having to be with me all the time to translate for me or translate what your mom was saying to me. And I think that's where it was disconnected in a way, because it was hard for me to form a relationship with her because of that. And it was hard to find things in common to talk about, or just to talk freely to her and build a relationship in that way, because the language barrier was always there. But now that I'm learning Hmong, I'm able to start the process of like, okay, like getting her to understand what I'm thinking in my head, right?
Yeah.
And the same way too, or like one of the moments that stood out to me recently was when you went fishing with your brother, and I was stuck at home with mom and dad by myself, and and I didn't want to be stuck staying in the room and be like, okay, we're just there, right? So I made the effort of going in the living room and hanging out with them, and they love to watch YouTube, so I was like, okay, I just want to watch YouTube, shy YouTube, right? And then so we were watching some YouTube channels. They like to watch this little guy from Laos or Thailand, and they were like fishing. They were fishing, and I was like, oh, Jay, like I'll start to incorporate some of the vocab that I'm like learning too. And then your mom was like so surprised, like she's like, oh, like she's actually
understand, she's learning.
And it's funny because she'll say it and she'll start laughing, and I was like, oh, this is fun, because now I'm able to like just hang out with them and communicate with them a little bit better. So I know it's only gonna get better, but I'm like building that relationship with them.
I'm happy because like I said, you get to build a different foundation of your relationship with them. So, and I feel like that's just come with time too. 'Cause if we're there every day, it's different. But if we're only there once in every month or two, and so it's special when you get a chance to really. And I appreciate you for putting that effort too. Because the effort comes in both ways. And sometimes for them, they might be shy, more on the shy side of the conversations sometimes. So, but I appreciate you, Bubs, for doing that. It means a lot to me. So.
I'm having great moments with them too. Like this one morning, I woke up and I told your mom, "Nyajang shenza," right? And she's like, "Oh, good morning." She said it in English, and I was like, "Oh, this is so funny."
Oh, she got through off too, probably. She's like, "Oh, good morning."
And that happened like when I say good night too, like "Pujangka." She's like, "Good night."
That's so funny. Well, she's saying she's probably referring back to English to showcase you that she also understood you.
Yeah, see, so there's gonna be times in the future we're gonna have like great conversations, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty much for our episode today. We really appreciate you guys tuning in, and again, shout out to the mom and dad, the moms out there. It is Mom Day, and shout out to our mom and dad. We love y'all.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. But before we leave, we want to leave you with our Hmongipino question of the day, and it's what's one memory or lesson from your mom that shaped who you are today? We'll love to hear about it. Let us know your story, tag us, and we'll definitely want to probably talk about it too. And we just want to hear from y'all. We appreciate you guys.
And we want to know if you can relate, to some of our Filipino and Hmong experience with your mom. Like the Vienna sausage. We want to know if you eat Vienna sausage as a kid too.
That's right. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys. Again, thanks for tuning in. Please help us subscribe. We're trying to hit 1K. Subscribe, like, share. Let your family know about us and friends too. And yeah, we appreciate you guys. We're Hmongipino and we're out. Peace, y'all.
Bye.